Welcome back to No Fluff Zone here, and today we're going to do page 23, Unit 1, Week 3. So, we're going to use our S, P, and A part of our SPADE strategy to read this story. We're going to survey the text, we're going to write a prediction, and then we're going to annotate the text. Oops. And then we're going to annotate the text. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is survey the text. A pet of his own. That is my title. Now I'm going to look at the back because this page has two parts to it. Oh, I see an illustration. In my illustration, I see three people that look like kids, right? And they're holding what seem to be pets. So to me, it seems like these three people are students in a class and they're going to share about their pets maybe, right? Let's look at the title. A pet of its own. So now that I've surveyed the text, I'm going to write my prediction. Right here. I predict this text will be about a class sharing their pets. Oops. All right, so I surveyed the text. Now I'm going to write my prediction. Okay, this is my prediction. I predict this text will be about a class sharing their pets. Now as we read, we're going to annotate. So what do we annotate for? We annotate for characters, setting, problem, and solution. And if you notice, solution has S-O because we have two S's. So that's the way we determine the difference. We distinguish the difference. Here we go. I want you to read with Ms. Hernandez. Jeff, character, lived with his family and their three pets. Three pets are characters. He lived with his family. Those are also characters. His sister Kim had a bird. Character. His brother Rick had two mice. Jeff wanted a pet of his own. May I get a snake? He asked his parents. He was polite because he knew good manners were important. So right here, we have our problem in the first paragraph, right? Jeff wanted a pet of his own. That's our problem. Now let's think back about the setting. The setting seems to be, we don't know yet, right? But it seems like it's at home maybe. So let's write it down. All right. Now let's do the next paragraph. A snake will eat my bird, shrieked Kim loudly. Shrieked. That means she's kind of like screaming it in outrage. So she's not happy about that choice. Her yell upset her bird. The bird started to chirp. So if you notice here, they gave us a definition of shrieked, right? That's context clues within the same paragraph. Jeff had another idea. May I get a cat? He asked politely. A cat will eat my bird, cried Kim. So now she's very upset. And the cat will eat my mice, said Rick. So these two seem to be unhappy with with Jeff's request. Now that we read this part, I want to write another prediction before we read the back part of the story, okay? I predict Jeff will find a good pet for his family. So if you notice, my first prediction was wrong because it is not a class sharing their pets. But that's okay because I used the title and the illustration to create that prediction. So it's not like I just made it up, you know. That was my surveying of the prediction of the text features. So let's turn to the back. Good job. Jeff was stumped by his pet problem and didn't know how to solve it. He wanted a pet that was different and unique. There was already one bird and 2 mice. He couldn't get a snake or a cat. What kind of pet wouldn't disturb or upset others? So now Jeff is trying to solve his problem, right? Then one day Jeff saw an ad for a rabbit. Ooh. This pet was different. This pet could get along with the others. Jeff's parents got him the rabbit. He was so thrilled to have a pet of his own, he shouted for joy. Yay! His parents got him the rabbit. So that is our solution. All right? So now we're going to read the words that I don't read all together, all right? A pet of his. Jeff lived with his and their 3. His sister Kim his brother Rick had 2. Jeff wanted a pet of his. May I get a snake? He asked his. He was polite because he knew good manners were. A snake will eat my bird, shrieked Kim. Her yell upset her. The bird started to. Jeff had another idea. May I get a? He asked politely. A cat will eat my, cried Kim. A cat will eat my, said Rick. Let's flip. Jeff was stumped by his pet and didn't know how to. He wanted a pet that was different and there was already 1 bird and 2. He couldn't get a snake or a cat. What kind of pet wouldn't disturb or upset the? Then one day Jeff saw an ad for a rabbit. This pet could get along with the others. Jeff's parents got him the. He was so thrilled to have a pet of his own that he shouted for. Awesome. We read that all together. We read it all together. Don't forget, this video was for 2 days. So my expectation is that you watch this video twice and you read and comprehend with me and practice on your fluency. All right? So comment down below, what pet would you have picked if you were Jeff? Think. What pet would you have picked? I would have picked a gerbil. That's my pet. That's my favorite kind of pet. What would you have picked? Comment down below, hit the subscribe, and see you next time. Bye!